I know that making pasta seems like it's just throwing some water on the stove, throwing the pasta in, walking away. But if you're gonna spend a lot of time, especially when you're making a homemade sauce, and then you put a pasta that you didn't really take any care in making, it's kind of a shame because it's really the second part of a dish with the sauce and the pasta together. So there are a lot of particulars when you're making pasta, which essentially is something that's al dente, has some bite to it, has some nice starchiness to it at the end, but not too much. So I'm gonna walk you guys through those steps. They're really simple, they're really small, they're not gonna take any extra time when you're making pasta, but it is a little bit more than just putting the water on the stove and walking away. So when you're starting out making pasta, the first thing, you go and grab your pot. A common mistake is a lot of people make pasta in a pot that's probably about half this size. So I know this seems like a really large pot, but I would cook even a pound in this, which I'm gonna do today. So I'm gonna cook a pound of pasta in this really large pot. The thing is you want the pasta to have a lot of room to move around and to get boiling and to really cook. A lot of people think, well, if I put a really small pot, yes, it'll come to a boil quicker. That's true, but it's gonna actually take your pasta once you put it in longer to cook. So I'm gonna fill this up. So a really big pot, a lot of water. If you put too much water, it's okay, it's not gonna hurt anything. So I'd rather you put more water than less, because if you don't put enough water, you're gonna end up with, if you ever made pasta and the water turns almost murky brown and it has all this starch in it, it's because you didn't have enough water. So go ahead and get crazy with the water. Don't be scared of it. So you want to turn this on really high. You want it to come to a rolling boil. You want to see a lot of bubbles in there. If you just see bubbles at the bottom, I know it's tempting, but don't put your pasta in yet. It's not ready. You're really just going to have your pasta sit in the water longer. It's not going to get al dente. It's going to get soggy. So just really let it go. Let it get really rapid boil.